We're going to talk now about the details of the course you're about to take. I have a special format I created just for my classes. It's called a pod class. Not a podcast, but a pod class. You'll be receiving announcements through your IVC email on a daily basis. You'll be getting a lot of them, but let me first of all talk about some of the other details about the class. First of all is the course description. This course is a survey in business that provides a multidisciplinary examination of... I'm not going to read this to you. And when everybody reads a PowerPoint slide, my eyes roll to the back of my head and says, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. They're trying to read to me. I can read myself. This is all in your syllabus. Feel free to read it, but it really does provide some good insights. We're going to really focus in as to how to do it. Rather than trying to stay up here in the academic cloud, we're going to talk about some of the details. Critical to you especially are the student learning outcomes, and there's several of them here. One describe emotional intelligence, ethical organizational cultures, and by the way, there's a lot that are not ethical nowadays, unfortunately, but wait a minute. That's been happening throughout all history of unethical organizations. It just depends upon you, what you want to have for your life and your own personal ethics if they really fit. 2 forms of sexual harassment. Global environment. Almost every business, including one you operate on a computer in your backyard, can have global implications. We're going to take a look at that. If you want to explore that even deeper, I also teach international business. I think it's a really interesting course. Identify ways to encourage, promote entrepreneurship within the organization even. Identify 3 steps about planning. Talk about relationships. I'll let you read all these in detail. There's quite a few there, but you have to have access to multiple things. 1, Canvas. This is posted on Canvas. All your classes are on Canvas. You have to have access to it. You also have to have McGraw-Hill Connect. Get the textbook. My recommendation is always get the electronic textbook and also get the Connect homework package. You cannot pass this course unless you have Connect. Did you hear me? You need to be able to do your homework. The majority of your homework comes from Connect. You'll have to buy the package no matter what happens. I always recommend getting your book from the bookstore itself because of the fact that I know for a fact the bookstore will make certain you get the book and you get the code for Connect. Get the code for Connect. Did I mention about getting Connect access? Get Connect access. And then also, let's talk about the aspect of announcements. I post all the announcements for this class on Canvas, but primarily I send them through the IVC email. Make certain that you're receiving your IVC email. You can link it, but at the end, you need to have access to your email because a lot of this class, you'll be getting almost daily different announcements on your IVC email. Did I mention you should get your IVC email, just in case? All right, so now, if you're going to send me an email in return, you need to always put down the class. Put down the class. Management 120, section 60920, or whatever it may be. The reality is I teach a lot of classes, and if you don't tell me what class that you're in, my first response is, thank you for the email. What class are you in? And then you're going to waste my time, waste your time. It just takes longer to get things done. Make certain you're clear in your communication, specific, and don't make them long, make them short. That helps an awful lot. Assignments should be posted in Canvas. Do not submit your assignments to me by email. I will reject them, and that'll slow you down as well. And also, whatever timeliness or you didn't post it properly, that'll count towards you in a negative way. Assume that for every hour of class time, there's 2 hours to read the course material and complete the assignments and so on. That is if the class is 16 weeks long, a normal semester. If this is the 8-week course like this one is, okay, it's a shorter duration. That means for class, you're going to have the 3 hours, and then it's not just 2 hours. You're going to have a minimum of 4 hours of preparation for each class on top of the class that you're going to be getting. This is a fast-paced course. Make sure you keep that in mind because we are going to move, we are going to rock and roll and shake nonstop throughout the course. That's going to be a big deal. Keep up with it, be actively involved, and hopefully you'll be able to get those 2 deliverables I mentioned earlier about the academic aspect and that real world aspect, which I think is really critical. Canvas, it's a big deal. We have at Irvine Valley College a great IT help desk. Take this phone number down and put it in your phone. 7:30 to 6, Monday through Friday. They will help you with a Canvas issue. They can do things that I can't because of the fact that they have access to all the different electronic aspects of how they can modify that. If it's a regular class issue, send it to me. If it's electronic, if it's Canvas, deal with them. If it's a Connect issue, here's the phone number for the Connect support line. I have to tell you, they're also very good, including on the weekend, although their best staff is really Monday through Friday, but their weekend staff is pretty good as well. By the way, take a picture. Did I tell you should take out your cell phone and take a picture? Get your picture going. Take your picture. Take your picture. Yes, right now. Put these phone numbers in your phone now, and that way your Canvas support, you'll use that for every course here at IVC. And also that Connect support number, a lot of classes also use Connect. So those will help you. Make certain you have those in your phone. We use a podcast format. Feel free to get your soda and your popcorn and sit back on a daily basis. What I do is I take each chapter of the book, I chop it into pieces, and I create a small class called a pod class where I talk about a topic in the chapter. Usually I'll break it down to 4 or 5 different sections per chapter. Occasionally I may do 6, but primarily 5. And then I have the podcast, I record it, and the recording is about 8 to 12 minutes long normally. Sometimes I go longer, sometimes I go shorter, but pretty much expect an 8 to 12 minute time, and you'll be getting announcements directly on your college email, your IVC college email. And it'll hit your phone, hit your iPad, hit your computer at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then at 3 o'clock. You don't have to watch it at 7 o'clock and 3 o'clock. You can watch it anytime you want, but it'll be there. It will also be loaded up in your modules. I have the class set up with the syllabus. You have a syllabus to deal with as well, but I set it up by week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and that way you can see all the assignments that are coming through. But look for those announcements, and that way you can keep on top of the class on a daily basis. Or you can just go through the actual module and watch the videos right there that will help you and guide you through the class. Here's a whole series of the graded activity lists. You'll see them here, but more importantly, you're going to see them in your syllabus. This is where we're at, and that'll help you a lot. Make certain that you do the due dates. The class syllabus, you'll have it in 3 different locations. It's going to be in the first module on introduction. You'll see the class syllabus will actually be there. It looks like a hard copy. You can download it if you want to. It's a PDF, so it'll help you there. It also is in Canvas on the left-hand side at the top of the page. It's called syllabus. What's incredible about Canvas, it has all the different assignments that are due by date order. It really helps you keep structure. And then on top of that, it's also set up in modules. 3 different ways to know your assignments and dates that are due. It'll help you an awful lot. Canvas communicates the nature of the assignments. You'll see a brief description on an awful lot of them. Submit your assignments through Canvas. If you have a problem, let me know. Important dates. Turn your things in on time. Homework assignments, turn them in on time. Did you hear me? On time? On time's a good thing. Okay, so I will deduct points off for late entries, except I do something special. You notice it's not in writing. The special thing that I do is that if I give you 4 due date extensions, because you know what? Life happens. There could be a problem that will happen in your life, and you may want to exercise on an emergency basis and a due date extension. I will give you 4 different assignments for a due date extension, and I track them in Excel. I'm not going to give you 5, 6, or 7. I'm going to give you just 4 for this semester. Make sure you do that. Make certain also you do your assignments. Here's the power of 0. Here's your first lesson. If a smart student, they take 4 tests. Of the 4 tests, 3 of them they get 100% on, and they skip number 4. What's your grade point average? You already know they're smart. You already know they can handle the material. They have 100%, except, wait a minute. If you average in 300 divided by 4, what does that come out to? Oh my gosh, they're going to get a C because they missed that power of 0, sucked that score right down into the depths. They could have had an A. If they even did 50%, they would have gotten a B easily. But that said, pay attention. Always turn in your assignments even if they're late. If something happens in your life and you have to drop the class, make certain that you do it appropriately in a timely fashion, that we get a refund, because sometimes life does happen. Some emergency might happen and you just may have to sit down there and drop the class. Don't sit down there and just stop attending, because then you're going to get an F as part of your record, and I don't think you want that. Frankly, I don't like giving them, but if the work isn't done, that's what you end up with. Academic honesty. Make certain you're honest in everything. Don't hire somebody to do your work for you, because then it's a waste of time for you and for me, and the other person just makes some money out of your pocket. Okay, artificial intelligence. It's not all that intelligent. I view it as an 80% tool. You can use it. I have some very specific things I want you to look for, but some lawyer in New York, they used Chat GPT to develop a legal brief. They submitted it to the judge, and the judge found out that all the cases that were cited in that legal brief were made up by the artificial intelligence. I kid you not, it's a real story. They talked about disbarring the lawyer. Frankly, they probably should have. It's more of he's a laughing stock now in New York. He got a $5,000 fine. Don't trust AI. It is not you. You're the one submitting the assignment, not the AI. But make certain if you use AI, because we do have a paper coming up, you identify it when you submit it, edit it thoroughly, put headings in, do all the things that I'm expecting you to do. Make certain it's cool. Make AI enhance your work, not make you dependent upon its work. You are the one submitting it. You too can rock and roll with the best of them on a really solid paper if you use artificial intelligence in the process, and we'll talk more about that because you're the one getting the grade. Student code of conduct, make certain when we have our discussions that you're nice to everybody, but let's most of all plan on having a great class. I hope that you do. I hope that you get that deliverable of practical application along with the academic excellence between the two of them, and you'll take this material out of this class and be able to use it long term in your career pathway, and you too can meet your life's goals. Take care.